It's been more than a year since the world went into lockdown, and your chances of a social life died. A lot was unknown, but now, a whole year later, we know more. But we're still struggling with it. So in this video I want to go over an article written in the Kompass of Nutrition and Dietetics, since we're mindlessly eating our fridge empty anyways. We will be dissecting what they say about the connection between illness and nutrition, especially with Covid-19. Can you prevent it or even cure it with food? Let's find out more. Hello, I'm a third year nutrition student from the Netherlands, though currently I'm in Switzerland for my minor. I just had a full 10 days of quarantine to get here, which made me think of life quite a bit, and food. In this video we're going over the following subjects: who is most prone to getting COVID, and what the dietary recommendations are during the COVID-19 pandemic. First off, let me briefly explain what COVID-19 is and what it does, if you don't already know. SARS-CoV-2 is a virus, and viruses are non-living entities that can spread around in various ways. In this case, it can spread around through the air. Everywhere is danger. Meaning that it's likely to enter the body through the nose and mouth. This is the reason why you wear masks. And when SARS-CoV-2 enters the body, it can cause the respiratory disease Covid-19. See, it makes sense? Now in this issue of the journal Nutrition and Dietetics, they'll be going over information regarding the effect of nutrition in the prevention and the cause of disease, but also in nutritional intervention. AKA, we're gonna find out what these people recommend us eating if you want to see the continuation of Hunter x Hunter, because for that we need to hold on just a little bit longer. I have faith. The article we're taking a look at is the article on dietary recommendations during the pandemic. If you want me to look at more articles on the subject, let me know. For time's sake, I'm just going to keep it to this one article and additional information from other studies. The article states, as obesity and poor nutrition status can negatively affect outcomes for patients with COVID-19, and as there is no specific therapy or vaccine available yet, optimal nutrition status might be of paramount importance. Though there might already be a vaccine, it's not available for everyone yet. And even if it was, it is still important to keep up your health and have this optimal nutrition status, as it by definition decreases the chances of you catching a disease, therefore increasing your quality of life, and that leaves you with more time finishing important business.
30 seconds.
Do we have 30 seconds? I don't feel like we have 30 seconds. Oh, 9. Optimal nutrition will make sure the body is doing everything it can to fight off disease, just like you're fighting against time as you say one more at 4 o'clock in the morning, even though you have a lecture at 8 a.m. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Though some people are genetically blessed, and they'll be able to battle for prolonged periods of time and still show up like normal. But the body won't be able to keep it up forever. Vitamin C and D and the minerals zinc and selenium were highlighted in the article as potentially beneficial for individuals with or at risk for respiratory viral infections. And at the moment, that's basically all of us. Now, I know what you're thinking. Can't you just take a multivitamin and call it a day? Well, the study found that dietary supplementation doesn't really do anything in the prevention of COVID. Though, if you are already in a nutrient deficiency, it can be beneficial. But supplementation should only be a last resort for when you're unable to absorb the nutrient fully, or when the nutrient is barely available in your diet because certain food groups cannot be eaten, not because you just prefer instant noodles.
But it's cheaper!
It won't be when you get sick. Moreover, dietary supplementation will not always give you the same effect as if you get nutrient from your food. So, where can you get all those nutrients and become a superhuman? First off, vitamin C. It's primarily found in fruits and vegetables and potatoes. Want to eat your daily intake of vitamin C in one go? 1 red bell pepper is all you need. Though adding other vegetables and fruits is beneficial as well. See, like I explained in my wonderful potato video, Vitamin C is an antioxidant and it helps fighting off disease. But it's also good for the skin because it improves collagen production. It's basically your cell's best friend. Next up is vitamin D. Because vitamin D is just created by you sitting in the sun, you don't really have to eat anything for this one. Case closed, let's move on. Though we are in a lockdown right now and we have to stay home most of the time, so it might be harder to make vitamin D if you're not going out. In this case, the best sources of vitamin D through food would be wild fish or other animal products for when you know that the animal has been outside because they have created the vitamin D in themselves. Though animal products have been strongly associated with cardiovascular disease, among others, so I will go easy on that one. As a matter of fact, the article reported that almost 1/3 of organizations and societies encourage reductions in meat portions and other food of animal origin to lower the intake of saturated fat. Saturated and trans fat as well are fats that increase your cholesterol. Cholesterol is a kind of balance between lipoproteins. It's kind of like when you make a mess of your room and your mom comes in to clean it. Well, when that last part doesn't happen and you keep making a mess, you'll soon have a TV show that showcases your mess of a house as a kind of art museum.
I haven't seen the floor in 4 years.
So the part where you keep making a mess and it is unable to be cleaned, that's aggravated by saturated and trans fats. And these are mainly found in junk food and animal products as well. The cleaning is improved by unsaturated fats, the so-called healthy fats. These are found in, for example, nuts and seeds, but also in avocado or olive oil. But none of these contain vitamin D, so what about the vitamin D? Well, if you really can't go outside, want to avoid animal products as much as possible, and don't take supplements either, don't worry, there's still a solution: mushrooms. They have the same ability as animals to store vitamin D. The ones that are really good at it are shiitake and oyster mushrooms. So sunbathing your mushrooms before consuming them will increase the amounts of vitamin D. Though you do actually need to place them outside, just in front of a window won't do. Just like we are not able to get any vitamin D from just looking at the sun from inside our house. That would have been very convenient. Next up on the list is zinc, also found in potatoes, but we're also going to go over other options. Don't worry. You might have heard that zinc in combination with hydroxychloroquine can work as a treatment for COVID. The hydroxychloroquine makes it easier for the cells to absorb the zinc, but the zinc is the real hero here. Apart from it being important when you actually are sick, it is also great in the prevention of disease. A lack of zinc in the body will make you more prone for disease because your immune system won't be able to fight off invaders as well anymore. Apart from that, it is also important for the creation of proteins, making it in part responsible for regeneration of cells. And you kind of exist out of cells, so you kind of want that mechanism working or it's game over. Zinc is found in animal products, but like I said before, you might want to cut down on that one. So instead, I'll give you some zinc-rich options that also contain a lot of other nutrients, so you won't be missing out. Legumes are a good one, like chickpeas or lentils, but also seeds like pumpkin seeds or sesame seeds. And there's also nuts like cashew nuts. And last but not least, selenium. This one must be easiest to get in. If you like Brazil nuts, just 1 to 2 a day and you have your required amount. And selenium should not be underrated either. Getting enough selenium will lower your chances of getting a respiratory disease and therefore also lower your chances of getting COVID. And that was the last one. And even after all that we've learned, there's no food that can specifically help you become indestructible. But eating healthy and taking care of yourself is a pretty good hack to avoid most of the trouble that comes your way. Lastly, I want to remind you that every individual is unique and certain standards won't work for everyone. It will most likely work for most of the population, but you might just be the exception. So for your specific needs, contact a health professional to see what you specifically need. Stay healthy, everyone. Oh, you guys are still here. This is the end of the video, so bye!